Hello, Aquarius. I am going to do a check-in for you. This is Spicy Sunflower Tarot. I'm using the Wild Reflections Tarot card deck, and I'm going to just choose to do a mid-August monthly reading for you. It's the middle of the month, and we want to check in and see how Aquarius is doing. What are you up to? What are you thinking in regards to your love life, your career, your general energy? So we're tuning in. We're looking at that. Just one more regular shuffle, and then I'll split the cards. And Aquarius can be your sun sign. It can be your moon sign. It can be your rising sign. It can be anywhere. Maybe it's a Mars or a Venus placement, and you really resonate with Aquarius energy, that air-based energy. So let's look and see, what is Aquarius up to? What is your current energy? What are you thinking about investing in? Well, that just had to be seen. Justice. All right, so what's challenging your justice energy here, Aquarius? Something getting in the way of you being dealt with fair and square? What's conflicting with that? Let's see here. Judgment. Two major arcanas right out of the gate. What is on your mind? The Sun. Three major arcanas. What is in the recent past? Four major arcanas. The Hanged Man. What is in your subconscious, this lower portion of your soul, your spirit? Nine of Cups. As you move into the future, we have Ten of Swords. I'm going to turn these face down. This is external energy, internal energy, hopes and fears, and your final outcome. At the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords, which is self-imprisonment of your own mind, of your own doing. So Aquarius, you're very familiar with your thought energy, with your thought life. So what are you doing to yourself? Are you doing something to harm yourself because of the way that you're thinking? Are you practicing that? I know it's kind of a cliche. Maybe it's a not a favorite of yours, but that stinking thinking. Are you just going down rabbit holes that you don't belong going down? Are you torturing yourself? Because this is imprisonment of your own mind. In her mind, she's shackled and bound and blindfolded. But in reality, she's free. She's clear. She is just seeing herself as she can't move. She doesn't have options. She doesn't have choices. So he or she, there's no sex in tarot. It's just what I'm looking at in the card. And so are you doing that to yourself? Are you putting yourself in some sort of bondage mentally? But we're going back to the beginning here, justice. So the could be in the actual legal system. You're winning the case. You're being in favor. It's working out to your benefit. You're the one that is going to win the case. The Justice card is for a major arcana for the sign of Libra, and this is just that the scales have to always be balanced and fair. And in this instance, is your current energy. Either you are the hand of justice, showing up to create fairness and equality where there maybe wasn't, or this is the system itself, the legal system, the government system, something doing that for you. So you're benefiting from the justice system in some way. But what is challenging that is a judgment. Very interesting, because these are very legal terms. So a judgment in a lawsuit is as money. So it's coming in as the challenge to this equality and fairness and something being ruled in your favor. This judgment is coming along. Maybe it is being ruled in your favor for the most part, but a judgment is still needing to be declared over the final, like a restitution, some sort of a payment. If it's like in a divorce family court case, maybe you need to pay for all the children's dental care for the next 10 years, or there's some judgment that's coming in the way of you actually walking away, ultimately as the the one in favor of the case. A judgment is challenging that. There's a conflict of interest here. There's a conflict in the way of you being in that ultimately right seat. But on your mind, very interesting, because we did at the bottom of the deck show up with the Eight of Swords, which is self-imprisonment of your own mind. But on your mind over here in the spread is the Sun, which is on your mind is every ounce of positivity that anyone could possibly muster, only choosing to see things through the best and most positive view. The optics in your mind are absolutely 1000% sunny side up. So this is interesting because, yeah, the theme under the deck shows up as Eight of Swords, self-imprisonment of your mind, but yet in your mind, you're over here being absolutely 1000% positive. So that's very interesting. In the bottom here in the subconscious, what you might not be giving a lot of thought and awareness to is how you feel, and how you really feel emotionally is completely satisfied. Your wishes are being fulfilled, whether it's because of this court case or this legal situation or whatever happened. I don't know your particular story, but I'm just giving kind of broad elements. You are feeling very satisfied, very happy. I mean, this is a mermaid, and their shell, all the shells are all around. So basically, this mermaid has everything they could possibly need or want, and that's kind of what this is representing for you. That down in the soul of your being, you just feel very satisfied. You feel very assured and confident and taken care of. In your recent past, what brought you into the justice system with this judgment that conflicted is the Hanged Man. You decided to go upside down, figuratively, and see things from a different angle, to choose to see things from that perspective versus the way that you maybe always have looked at things, so that you can get a different view, so that you can share a more open-minded, maybe just a more fair and balanced point of view. It's also you going upside down to gain enlightenment. It's you going upside down because you're surrendering. It looks like you surrendered. You willfully surrendered. No one forced you. You chose to. This is a person going upside down into a headstand, and then they're choosing to do this eagle pose with their legs. So just kind of a variation of a headstand, but an inversion, going upside down, letting all the blood flow into the face. It's very healthy for the body. It's really good for the heart. It's really good for the mind. So you chose to put yourself into a purposeful position to see things from a different angle, and you did that intentionally. And as you move into the future, there is 10 of Swords. So unfortunately, that is mental mind energy, but it is you feeling in your mind whatever happened felt like a betrayal, felt like being stabbed in the back, felt like the people that you thought had your back were really putting their arrows, their knives, their swords into your back. So all of their hateful thoughts, all of their betrayals, all of their negativity, they were putting into you. And this is just it's a hard card to see. It's a hard card to learn about. What I am going to say is a good positive quality of the 10 of Swords is that it's over. The 10 is the highest that we can get. So as once we get to the 10 of Swords, we have to go back down to the 1, which is clarity and a new frame of mind and a new positive thought. So, yep, there does look like there's going to be some form of a betrayal that will come your way. But what I think is good about that is that once you see it for what it is, you're able to move past it. I think that awareness is the first step to healing. So I think that you are very aware of what happens, and you are very able to wash your hands and move forward. External to you is the Tower. Yikes. So something shocking, something surprising, something you did not expect. The Tower is Mars energy, and Mars is just that warlike planet, but a very surprising and gonna kind of maybe come at you from left field. You just really weren't expecting this. This can very much be 10 of Swords. So maybe that 10 of Swords is the Tower. Maybe the Tower is the 10 of Swords. There is just something very shocking and uprooting. But I like to say to people and remind you that the Tower doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So even though this is betrayal and this is heartbreak and hurt from someone that you didn't expect, very much like the Tower, once it's there, you're able to move past it, move forward. And so we know the truth of the situation. We know justice, the judgment that happened. We see everything very clearly, and we're able to decide, how are we going to respond to this? Not react, respond. What is your internal energy? 2 of Cups. So no matter what kind of things are going on, there are some very positive aspects that are present. So while I think you're going through something a little challenging, could be, like I said, in the legal system, in the justice system, maybe at your job, you are still very blessed. The 2 of Cups is a business partnership, or you feeling like you are with your soulmate. You're connected, you're joined, you're devoted to one another. The 2 become one. So Aquarius, I think that even though there are hard things going on, there is a very positive and loving presence in your life. This is the internal energy. This is your energy. And I think that you have someone in your corner, in your court at all times, that has your back. What is your hopes and fears? The Empress. The Empress is divine mama. It's the universal female consciousness. It is this Venus-based energy, so Taurus, Libra. The Empress is the embodiment of all 4 queens. So she has the fire, the water, the earth, the air. She has all of the elements that she needs. And it doesn't have to be that you're a female. This can be feminine energy present in a man, but it is the ability to give birth to something new. So you might hope to do that, especially if some things have come to an end, if something is over, officially over, like a job, like a relationship. This Empress energy is the hope for something new to be born from something that ended. That can be the hope, and that could also be very much a fear. Even though we might want something beautiful and blessed to come into our world, we might fear that we don't know how to handle it. We might fear that we'll mess it up. We might have that self-sabotaging energy that even though there's something just beautiful and glorious and blessed, we might fear that we might not be able to handle it correctly. So while we hope to be blessed with new life, new creation, maybe it is a physical child that we're hoping for, or just something new to be born into our lives, the Empress is always pregnant with new thoughts, new ideas, an actual infant. So there's always a pregnancy. She's always pregnant. So whatever it is that you might be hoping for, please use your sun energy. Please be positive. Please think highly of whatever it is that you could be giving birth to. What is your final outcome? The 5 of Swords. That's a little bit conflict oriented. This is a little bit challenging because it is getting the best of the situation at all costs. Basically, you speaking your mind and shooting your arrows out into the situation, not really caring where they land or how they land, how it's received, how others feel by you saying what you have to say, getting it off your chest. That's freeing for you. That's good for you. But what about the recipient? So the 5 of Swords shows up in the final outcome. I'm not sure if that is someone doing that to you, or if that is you doing that to someone. But Aquarius, all I can really say to you is to be forewarned, is to be forearmed. So please choose peace. Please choose maybe not necessarily trying to die on this hill. Maybe this isn't the hill that's worth dying on. Preserving relationships, this Two of Cups energy, preserving relationships, preserving your family, your integrity. Please remember this justice is your current energy. So I really think that you are someone that believes in the right is the right, the wrong is the wrong, there's black, there's white. I really think you're someone who holds those values really dear and near to your heart, and you're a very positive, upbeat person overall. So whether this energy is coming to you, please remember to bring yourself to center and hold yourself in that light, and let the words that someone speaks float off of you. And maybe another time would be best to address it, but maybe this has a lot to do with this Ten of Swords, because this is that betrayal. This is that verbal, someone speaking lies, someone speaking untruths. It's basically, like I said, it's putting swords in your back. It's someone that you can't trust. And if that's this person speaking out whatever it is they're speaking out, you know, and you can see it, and now you can prepare. And just please remember to be your highest self at all times. So I would love it if you would like the video, follow the video, share the video, comment, subscribe. I love the interaction. It really does help me to help you. I'm going to finish for you, Aquarius, with a Whispers of Lord Ganesha Oracle card. And these have been really tying in the messages of the tarot reading. So let's see what we have for the sign of Aquarius. Just one card. Promise of the future. Oh, I love that for you. It's the number 8. And the number 8 is, in numerology, prosperity, abundance, manifestation. So the number 8. Rest assured, something new is on the horizon. All indications are favoring a time of new awareness. Seek new outlets for your creative expression. This heralds the beginning of a new phase in your life. Ganesha is asking that you take time to reflect on your desires and dreams. It is time that you begin down the road of a new creative endeavor. Ask Ganesha to help you uncover the desires of your subconscious mind, and then follow any creative nudges you feel. You may experience them as innovative sparks that come to you unexpectedly. This momentum will start you down a path that may involve a view of the world. Reflect on your past endeavors. Take time to acknowledge and understand your lessons and your blessings. Feel gratitude for the path that has led you to this point in time. You are receiving the gift of freedom to choose what you will pursue. There may also be an ending taking place. All of life has its cycles. Through experiences and choices, you learn and grow. You are steadily progressing through the many phases of your life. With each ending comes the promise of a new dawn. So, that is beautiful. That really does tie into the message, and I would love to hear what you think about that, Aquarius. I do ask that you find some truth and don't make it fit if it doesn't. Please be well, be blessed. Namaste.